enemies. Welcome to, or back to, happy for now, it's me Isabel here with my July reset. I live. It's a new month. I cannot believe it as a new month. But here we are, into the dead of summer, as it is. The worst time. The time in which I hide inside a lot. But yeah, July's here. We have things happening. Let's run through these really quickly. I'm going to tell you what I have confirmed for the month so far. I know other things are going to come up, but I don't know yet. So first things first, let's of course talk about lives and read-alongs. So Firebird Chronicles, the finale. Well, it's not really the finale. It's the last book that's out and available. As a group, we'll be live over on Steph's channel at Novelty Corner on the 26th of July at 7 p.m. Central. Come hang, come join us. I'm very excited. And then members, we will be reading Every Version of You. This is a plus-size heroine rugby romance. I'm very excited for it. Friends to lovers situation. I did a try chapter of this one and really liked it. So I'm hoping it's another win for all of us. So that's what's going on there. Read what you own. You're getting the tiniest of updates. I'm having to film this like a little ahead of my reading for the month, so I don't have final numbers. I will give you those in my June wrap up, but currently we are sitting at 11 books. 11 new books added to my TBR. July is going to be a low buy. I'm not going to say no buy. I'm going to say a low buy month for me on books. I'm going to work on reading a lot of things that I already own and reading down more of my manga and stuff, which is going to really propel my numbers down for the year. I'm not thrilled at my 11. There was a free Kindle day. I maybe stress bought things, and I'm going to say that's okay. And I think I'm happier to have stress bought free books than stress bought actual purchases with real money. So there's that. Like, if I'm gonna stress buy something and it's free books, I really don't think I can complain too much that I raised my TBR. I did do something this month, though. On my Kindle collections, I did make new collections where I organized everything by year purchased, which I think has been kind of nice because now I have a grasp of what I have, like, what I haven't read from each year. So if I read the book, it is not living in that folder, but so those folders should shrink over time. But because I organized them this way, it kind of gave me a bit of a wake-up call. Also, I'm like, hey, maybe you need to read the things you bought this year and last year and in 2023 and maybe 2021 and 2020. Maybe we had to make choices there. Again, it's digital clutter, which does and does not affect my brain in the same way as visual and like physical clutter, but not proud, but it is what it is. And I'm going to be honest with you. I stress purchased free books. Plain and simple. And again, I feel like if I'm going to stress purchase a thing, free books is the thing I would like to stress purchase over physical, tangible items in my home. So there's that. Okay, now we have the return of a section because I dropped it mid-year last year. I am determined to appropriately complete this challenge. You're not supposed to technically be able to complete this challenge necessarily, but I kind of want to get a blackout. I kind of want to clear the board. If not clear the board, at least get multiple bingos. And that is the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. This is by Stephanie over at QWERTY. I'll link her channel below, and I will link to her announcement video as well. I'm so excited. So this was really fun last year. I really enjoyed doing it. A handful of my members and I also do this every year now. Like, we seem to all like kind of convene together into a little chat in my Discord and chat about it as we complete and work on it. So that's really fun. But I also just like the challenge of thinking about the books I'm picking up a little bit differently and mixing it up in some capacity, right? So this challenge runs from either July 7th, 2025 to July 6th, 2026, or July 1 to June 1, 2025 to 2026. I am going with July 1 start date because it just makes sense for my brain, and I think it's going to help me keep it pretty like consistent. So my plan is to every month in my resets tell you what prompts I've completed when I finish a whole box. So like when I finish a bingo board box, I'm going to tell you here. I'm not going to give you like monthly updates on what counts for what prompt. I could do like a check-in every couple months if you want for that, but I'm not doing a dedicated like thing besides like these are the books I'm hoping to read for this. But I'm also going to slot the things I'm naturally picking up into this. So that is also good. So yeah, I'm determined this year to kill it. So go watch her video to get all the info, and I'm going to tell you about my strategy right now for the way I'm conquering this. So to successfully do this for mine, I have about 131 prompts, and that was if I don't double up on any of them. I have two methods here. So basically I'm going to plan according to other stuff going on, or use a spinner wheel. And I did both this month because I knew that there was 2 prompts I could easily knock out this month, one of which is a readathon. I'm going to be doing the Australia readathon. We will talk about my books for that and my potentials. And then I'm also going to be doing my ARC vlog this month for July, August, and September books, which knocks out at least July and August books, ARCs for that. And then those books should count towards other prompts. So again, I have 131 prompts in the spinner wheel, but I should be also taking out prompts as I go here. Yeah, let's also now spin the wheel. And I'm going to tell you that I'm going to spin the wheel 5 times. And we're going to go from there on what my prompts are to pick some books out for to read this month. First up, the first spin we had was disability rep. The reason there's a number there is there's 5 slots for disability rep, so I numbered them because it helps my brain know, okay, you did one of 5. I didn't want to put it 5 times and be like, which number of this is this? So it just lets my brain know there's 5 of them. 5 is what I spun somehow. So I have 2 options here that I'm going to pick between. First, I have Love Flushed by Evie Mitchell. This is a free book I got ages ago. Again, Read What You Own. Perfect. Read What You Own is kind of the perfect build on top of this prompt, like these prompts for me. So, Love Flushed, I believe, has like Crohn's or something stomach related disability. She sells toilet paper, I believe. So that would be a great option. I also have Always Only You by Chloe Leese that I could read. This is a neurodivergent rep. This is the second book in the Bergman series that I have not continued. So another great option. Those are the 2 kind of on my radar for this pick. Then I have the Rainbow Challenge, and I got Blue. And I feel like A Rivalry of Hearts might be a great option if I decide I want a fantasy book. I don't know if I do or not. And I didn't really see any other blue covers in like quick glance mode. And I know there's tons of blue covers out there. So yeah, I will see what else I read that fits for blue. But tentatively, A Rivalry of Hearts is on my radar for it. Next, I spun Become the Avatar Fire. I think I'm doing cover elements for this or in the title. I don't know. I haven't decided because the first book I picked for this was A Fire in the Sky by Sophie Jordan, which also is a 2024 release. So again, I'm picking things I can double stack here into other prompts because there's 10 years of releases. So this one, I feel like the cover has fire elements on it and also fire in the title. So tentatively, this is my pick for Become the Avatar Fire. Then I spun The Last 10 Years, which was a 2018 release. And I was like, this is why I organized. And I was looking through my 2018 purchases. And this was the first one I found that was a 2018 release also. And that is One in a Million. This is the book I bought when it came out and I've not read yet. So I really think it'd be a great option for this. I am doing the points version, so I'm allowed to DNF a book at 50%. So if I don't like it, I would probably DNF it halfway. This I know follows a girl who's like trying to get her business to skyrocket and it involves like social media marketing stuff. I don't know if a 2018 version of that is going to read well in 2025, but I'm kind of intrigued enough that I would like to try it again. And I believe it's her professor she gets to go viral. So I'm intrigued. And then last, the one prompt I kind of didn't want to roll or spin was Animal Friends, House Pet. Like I didn't want to spin any of the animal ones. I kind of wanted to organically stumble into them of sorts, but here we are. I did indeed spin this. So I had read a chapter of Redeeming the Villain by Prue Schuler. I read the first book and I read this one and she has a service animal. So this one could technically possibly also count for disability rep, but she has a service animal in this. And with that service animal being pretty present already in chapter 1, I feel pretty good about saying that this would count well for a house pet situation because the dog is also her pet and her service animal. It does both tasks. That's kind of where we're at for those. We'll see how this goes. I am hesitantly optimistic. I always start strong, and ideally I would finish 10 to 11 prompts a month, and that would mean I could finish this in a year. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, fingers freaking crossed, y'all. I can do this. I think I can. I do think I can. I do read enough in a year to do this successfully. And if you're wondering how I only need 131, I do need to know my personal challenge for the hardest reading challenge ever is to read 5 books outside the romance genre, because I don't do that very often anymore. And I have a lot of books out of the genre that I would like to read, so makes sense. My second thing is my quote is only 3 words, and it is on your left. That's all I got for you. It's on your left. So 3 books, that's it. I purposely picked short things for some of this stuff because I knew I wanted to be able to complete, not hate myself. Also, some of my manga reading will count, but I'm not going to allow myself to like complete a whole entire section just with manga. So there's that. Let's talk about arcs for this month. This is an arc heavy month for me because I'm doing my arc vlog in July, at the beginning of July for y'all. So there are 3 books that basically won the vote the most for July arcs, and that was A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, The Enchanted Greenhouse, and Beautiful Things by Emily Rath. So those 3 are priorities. And then the other 3 winners that I'm going to for sure be reading this month is Zom Rom-Com, If Not For My Baby, and Wild Reverence. All of those are August and September releases. That feels good. And then as far as my potential reads go, I am not planning a ton of stuff overall for this month. I have no manga plans for my reading. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to allow myself to pick up whatever I pick up. And that's that this month. I am not doing a TBR for manga at all because I've not been following the TBR. I've not been following what I put in my basket. None of it. So I think it's time for a shake-up, which is not planning a TBR and wandering into my library and pulling books as I want to read them. But on that note, for the month of July, there is the Australia Readathon, which I am doing. So I'm going for 1 bingo, which is 3 books, okay? Like, I'm not doing anything crazy here. I am really excited for the readathon. I will link to Steph's announcement video down below. That's the host I know. And I will link to the other hosts as well if you're curious. But basically, I have 3 books already picked out tentatively. So I have the Puck Boy series. I'm going to be reading more of that. I read the first one in June. I really enjoyed it. I would like to continue. That would count for intersectional and under 400 pages easily. I'm going to pick one of Steph's favorites. I'm going to see what I can get from the library, basically. I cannot do the group book because I can't seem to get access to it in the States easily. So I'm going with the Steph favorite because why not? And then I'm also going to read Not Here to Make Friends by Jodi McAllister. This is an audio arc I got, and this is an island setting, and it was published in 2024. So this feels like a good option. But yeah, those are the 3 I'm prioritizing. If you have any suggestions on something you think I should prioritize for the Australia Readathon, let me know down below. I feel like y'all know my tastes pretty well, so you know, there's that. I also have a Jane and Eve book I might read, and that would also count because it is an Australian author. So there's that. Otherwise, for potentials, I'm really thinking about reading things like The Saltwater Curse from Avina St. Graves this month, Riches to Riches by Ames Mills, and Threads That Bind Us by Ray Douglas. Again, I'm still kind of in a darker romance mood lately, so I'm hoping to read through some of that stuff on my Kindle. I also would like to finally read Caught Up by Navessa Allen. I did get that on audio when it came out, and I have not read it yet. So I would like to do that. That would be nice. I also think just kind of, again, same thing, semi-mood reading my way through the month is the plan. I need a little less structure in July. There's a lot going on still, and I know that my brain is going to enjoy the break of just kind of flowing. I don't even think I'm doing a TBR graphic this month, so that's how little structure I'm giving myself outside of the handful of books that I'm going to try and read for the hardest reading challenge. But yeah, we're going to mood read our way through the month. It'll be some fun mood reading vlogs, because besides ARCs, I really don't really have a plan. So there's that. Let me know down below what your July reading plans are. Is there anything you're focusing on for a theme or things like that? You can let me know that. If you don't do any of that, you can leave me a firework emoji, because I am already being driven nuts by people with fireworks, which is nothing new. I feel like it starts and doesn't end until like Labor Day. So there's that. But yeah, you can do that down below. And if I will have links to everything I talked about, links to all the readathons, to the hardest reading challenge, all that good stuff for you down there, and links to my friend anywhere on the internet that I am. And I will catch y'all in just a few days in my next video. Bye.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for.